What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the Team of the Week 22. So, to be honest, I'll give it to them. In terms of Team of the Weeks, with obviously the growing need for a change or something, this Team of the Week isn't awful in terms of the names. Values, different versions, all of that will always play a part in this, and obviously the headlines are gonna be Sterling. So he does have a 90 rated version. We will just have a quick look at his card on here just to see if it's worth it. Otherwise we'll just go straight to Footbin, because I feel like to navigate it's going to be much easier. We can see the team straight out. Obviously it is the 90 version, and I believe he does have a version which is 91 already, so we already have a player of the month. And we also have a winter wildcard. So let's jump over to Footbin. I feel like that's going to be the move. So if we're taking a look, as we can see already, Sterling coming in 100k literally within 30 minutes it just tells you what sort of point we're at the market. Obviously his winter wildcard is a 90 on the opposite side, so he is right wing, not left wing. 4-star, 4-star. I don't know if there's a difference there. Well, he's got an extra week for obviously there. Realistically, we have got a 91 player of the month that, to be fair, really wasn't that expensive for a 91, and obviously the name of Sterling. So for me, I think the 90 version is nice. It's coming in at a good price. I don't feel like you'll go down too much more past this card, really. Why would you kind of go lower than 90? Probably hits around about 100 at some point. Composure on the little bit of the low end. Good pace. Shooting's okay, but could do with a bit of work. We're looking at the marksman, if anything, which gets you shooting, physical, and a bit of dribbling. Unfortunately, the composure is unable to do anything. Passing-wise, good short game. Long game, not as much, which we can still work with. Would I like him red? I'd take him. SBC fodder at the minimum. We already have his player of the month, like a lot of people I have seen. In terms of kind of the next sort of name, Fekir, I would really like to really cover in detail, but we all know a lot of people got his 87. So for me, I just think that SBC is now coming in clutch even more. We've now got an 86, which means if EA are very generous, the next time he gets an informal or is valid for one, we do get an extra. We get an 88, not an 87, because obviously everybody has the 87, or at least a lot of people have the 87. So already we've got a better card, but it does give them people that chance to get him again if you didn't obviously go and do this SBC way back in the beginning. But again, a nice card. I'd take him red. We already have the 87, so it would, again, unfortunately for the team of the week, be just fodder. If we're looking kind of next, then we've obviously got Reus. In terms of him, he has got an 89. Realistically, you're looking at the price difference from 178 to 30 within the first 30 minutes. Like the dynamic, can't argue with that. But again, the 89 is way better, and that has been out so long now. I don't think it's upgradable by any more. I believe they were just group stages, not necessarily knockouts and all of that. But apparently, we are getting some sort of road to the knockout at some point this week, maybe Friday. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. The leaks obviously are not quite fully there. But in terms of this card, again, I'd like him red. I love Reus as the name. Unfortunately, we haven't really been hitting this sort of level, 95, 98 sort of Reus. That was like the pinnacle of Reus. Hopefully we do get back there, but again, I'm personally not seeing it so far. 7 goals, 21 matches, 3 assists. From a kind of perspective, not awful, I suppose. But again, he's got to be racking them numbers up to be getting any sort of 98. If then we look at our man, Ward-Prowse, the absolute king of assists. He is an absolute godsend for Southampton. The free kick, absolute wizard. And again, unfortunately for him, great rating, good Premiership team, English centre mid, fantastic. But unfortunately, he is as slow as toffee. He literally has 60 sprint speed, which I think Mertesacker could argue at some point. And in terms of the card, again, he's just fodder, unfortunately. And this is the biggest problem we're going to have is 86 centre mids. I know they can't necessarily do anything about who gets it, because that is totally down to real life. But the upgrades need to be more. And again, you can't have a 10 team with full 88 to 90 cards, because it just makes SBCs easier. There's a whole knock-on effect, but I think it definitely needs to be revamped. By the time we get to, for instance, Team of the Week 20, Team of the Week 21, 22, there is literally no player that has got a different version purely for how much content is going. So if I was kind of looking at this, Trippier, just purely for the fact that he is a Newcastle player now, is very nice indeed. Same with Coutinho. Again, are they going to be used? Trippier has an 87 winter wildcard. Again, yes, in a different league, but he was free, and obviously he's still English, so you've got plenty of links there. Newcastle is a quite nice one, so I would not argue that any Newcastle fan would be absolutely loving it right now. Same with Coutinho. Again, he's got a better SBC, cracking 88 winter wildcard, but Aston Villa, new team, gets different links. You can't argue with that. Again, are they usable? No, of course they're not. De Ligt, same one. We've got an 89, 86. Again, you look at the difference. The 89 looks very usable now, whereas 30k for the fodder 86, and this is the biggest issue with them. I think it's I'm going to say Minan or Minyan. Don't know how you pronounce his name. Cracking winter wildcard. It's personally the one that we've got from either a reunion pick or a pack at some point, so can't argue there. But again, 86, a nice keeper. If necessarily you can't afford, it's half the price as obviously his 88. I can imagine he's probably semi-decent at the very minimum, and I wouldn't say no to a red version of him. But unfortunately, again, we've already got his 88. Then if we're looking at, who else was there? And Ndombele, to be fair, and Ndombele, that's probably a semi-decent one there. He's gone, obviously, to Lyon. He is, at the minute, extinct at 30k. Don't know why his max is 30k. I guarantee that's what he probably sits at. But again, a different card. He's had an 84 at Tottenham. Then, obviously, he's now got an 86 DM role, kind of going from his base. He's looking semi-decent, but also there is so many centre mids and CDMs in the French league now. Specials, non-specials that you can use. So, again, pretty useless. So, if we kind of narrowed it down, Mitrovic, Visca, don't even need to go into too much detail with them. An 82 is not going to cut it. I'd say Sterling, if you haven't done his 91, which I can imagine a lot of people definitely tickled their option with. But even then, he has got two better versions. He's got his winter wildcard on the other side with an extra weak foot. He then has a player of the month. Then, if you didn't do any of them or don't have any of them, the 90 is pretty good. Fekir, again, I think that's a cracking shout. Yes, he's one lower than the 87, but that was an SBC way back when. So again, that is a great one for an opportunity to get Fekir in your team, as he is a pretty decent player. Other than that, you've got absolutely nobody to choose from. I suppose the keeper, you could argue. I suppose the 88 is only 60k, but again, if you get him red, then he's going to be a decent keeper. He's pretty decent as a winter wildcard, so it'd be interesting to see people's thoughts on his 86. And that's pretty much it. Everybody else is absolutely fodder. We haven't really seen too many greats at the moment, but we've seen a couple of little sparkle gems there. Let me know down below if you're going to be picking up any of them in for your team, trading, investing, anything like that. Let me know down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.